It is without further ado that I have the zchus to introduce to you Rabbi Mansour Shlita.
Shavua Tov u'Mevorach. I recently had some surgery on my eyes, so I'm wearing glasses temporarily, Bezrat Hashem, so you'll forgive me. Kahal Kadosh, I know it's very obvious that I'm not a Hasid of Bobov by birth. Actually, my ancestry comes far away from Europe. It actually emanates from the Middle East, in the country of Syria, in the city of Aleppo, which we call Halab, or as you read in the Gemara, Aram Sova, which was actually Kibush David HaMelech. Very, very rare, or very odd, very strange, I should say, that a fellow from Halab should be connected to a group. I wouldn't even know if I looked at a map where Bobov was and where to find it. But I want you to know that I feel as if I am a Hasid of Bobov, although I'm derelict in the garb maybe, but as was mentioned by the Baal Habayit, in my heart, what excites me about your Hasidut? I'll tell you what excites me. A few years ago, someone on my block, a young boy, brought me a pamphlet, a white pamphlet. He said, "Rabbi, maybe you'll have some use for this." I said, "What is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know what it is." It says Torah, Hasidut Bobov, something about Zion. So I'll give it to me. I had it on my desk, to be honest with you, for 2 weeks. It wasn't my first priority. All of a sudden I opened it and I start reading. And I say, where did this Torah come from? What type of knowledge does this rabbi have that he's quoting Sefarim from all over the library? Not only Sefarim of the Hasidim or the Ashkenazim. A few weeks ago, the rabbi quoted in one of his talks, Rav Hida, from a Sefer called Devarim Ahadim. That shouldn't shock anybody because we have the Sefarim Devarim Ahadim. But he quoted from Devarim Ahadim a derasha that the Hida made 500 years ago on Shabbat HaGadol speech. No problem. But the Shabbat HaGadol speech was 50 pages. And your great rabbi, and I know the rabbi doesn't use a computer, and your great rabbi finds in the derash of a Hida, which is our rabbi, in his speech, buried at the end of the speech, 5 lines, and from that, Devarim Ahadim of the speech of Hida, he builds a whole yesod, and he gives an incredible derash on Hakarat HaTov. This amazes me, that when I see a great rabbi that has such a mastery of all the Sifrei Kodesh, but a lot of people have bikiut, but the ability then to weave it together, and to take from over here, and to take from over here, and at first glance you say, there's no way a human being is going to be able to make it connected. There's no way that these things are going to be able to become, make a tziruf from it. It's min she'eno bino, it doesn't go together. And all of a sudden, by the end of the shul, you see everything is min b'mino, everything is min b'mino, everything that was written is connected. The pleasure that I have when I read the rabbi's Torah, it's Torah Messinai, I have no doubt. So I started to tell this fellow, where do you get these pamphlets from? Where did I get them from? You only gave me one. He says, you have to get them from the yeshiva. I guess that's the yeshiva I saw in the movie over here. So no problem, where's the yeshiva? Borough Park. I never come to Borough Park. I have no reason to come to Borough Park. My word of honor. I would come every Thursday to the yeshiva. I park outside. I run in. The first week they saw me, and they said, "What are you doing over here?" It was Ben Astarim. There was not too many people in the Bet Midrash. What are you doing over here? I said, "I came to get these pamphlets." What do you have to do with these pamphlets? I don't know if he thought I was Jewish even, the guy who was talking to me. Then what do you have to do with the pamphlets? I said, what is your business have to do with the pamphlets? I just want to know where the pamphlets are. I'm not selling them. I'm not... He's okay, they're in the lunchroom over there. I saw 2 boxes. And it has the ma'amarim of the rabbi. Well, I wanted to take 2, but I didn't. I was scared from this guy. So I only took 1. And this one, I would do this every week. You could look, I don't know if you have cameras in the building. You'll see every week on Thursday or Friday morning, I would run into the Bobov yeshiva, grab the ma'amar. It became a sort of an addiction, I have to tell you, which is a good addiction. But I was searching with all the connections that I know of Hasidim and people that I'm friendly with. I said, this rabbi has to have Sefarim. It cannot be a whole Hasidut of Bobov with all these politicians and all this stuff that goes on, and the whole Hasidut is based on pamphlets. It cannot be. Where's the books? Where's the hard books? They have them, but you can't get them. What do you mean you can't get them? Why can't you get them? Why are they holding it? I don't know exactly still why they can't get them. I didn't understand exactly his reason, but he was docheh. He was docheh oti bekash. He pushed me away with some lame excuse. No problem. But I persisted. And then once Rabbi Twersky, I think, came to my house with the greatest gift he ever gave me. He brought me a box of hard-covered dirashot of all the rabbis' Torah. I cannot tell you the joy. You know, they tell stories, lehavdil, of course. I'm not comparing myself to the great tzaddikim, that, you know, on the day that they brought the Gaon, Rabbi Eli from Vilna, when they brought him a copy of Ramchal's Sefer Adir B'Marom, it says he put on his Shabbat hat, and he put on his Shabbat coat, and he made a Shehyanu. That's the way I felt on the day that I received this set of Sefarim. And then he was very generous to send me more of these. I have a very big library, Baruch Hashem. You could come to my house, if Shali Berude, you can see it. I cannot lie. You'll come to my house and you'll see on the first shelf, in the most prominent spot on the shelf, is all of your rabbis. I consider my rabbi also, all of the Sefarim of the rabbi. All of you are, you're Nogeya, you're Nogeim, because you're all Hasidei Bobov. It's your tradition, so you have to defend it. Hen makom al yoshveha. That's what you are. Your father was one, and your grandfather was one. So of course you're going to come and you're going to make noise, rah rah, Bobov, rah rah. We don't expect you to do anything else. But when somebody comes from the outside, who has no connection to anything that you're doing, from a different perspective, and I'm telling you, you are of the luckiest people on the earth that you have such a great rabbi like you have. I don't have to meet the great rabbi. To me, I'm only impressed by the Torah of the Rabbanim. Yeah, I'd like to get a blessing one day, to shake his hand, to get an advice or two. But what excites me about all Rabbanim is what they said. There was one of the Havdil, the reformists, one of the great Rabbanim was giving a shiur, and he was quoting a very complicated Rashi in one of the Masechtot. So the reformist got up and said, where was Rashi born? The great rabbi doesn't know where he's born. When was he born? When did he die? And the reformist was trying to show that this Rosh Hashiva, what does he know? So the rabbi told the reformist, you know when Rashi was born, you know when he died, you know where he lived, you know how many children he had, and I know what he said. What's more important? I don't have to know the rabbi, but I know what he says. I became a student of this Torah, and therefore I come as an outsider. You know, it made a big difference when Yitro came to Bnei Yisrael, and Yitro started to give a compliment when you're an insider, you say, well, you don't even realize how great it is. You become used to it. But you need a Yitro, you need some Sephardi from Halab to come down the block. Va'iti lachem ne'einayim, and I can open your eyes up to tell you you have an incredible Hasidut. That's the only reason why I came tonight as Hakarat HaTov. I have no other reason to come address you. I don't know any of you, but I'm, as a debt of Hakarat HaTov, for the Sefarim that the Rebbe gave me, for the Torah that the Rabbi gives me every week. So this is, what can I pay the Rabbi back? Ma ashiv leHashem kol takmulohu alai. What can I give the Rabbi back? But in a small way, just to come and give his Hasidim, his students, some honor. Your Rabbi this week, in one of his Ma'amarim on Bishalach, he showed his muscle not only in Pshat, but he revealed his strength in Torah Sod as well, which I see he very carefully tries to.
It is without further ado that I have the zchus to introduce to you Harav Mansour Shlita.
Shavuot